Hey guys, this is a new series on a game called Tron 2.0. Favorite game of all time. If you saw my top 10 games video, you should have known that if you saw the video. But so this is my favorite game of all time. Gonna play through it. I've played through it a ton of times, but it's just so good. We're gonna start a new game. We're gonna play it on easy because insane is literally that's an accurate representation. So yep, we're just gonna start a new thing. We're gonna play through this game. So this should be weekly on Thursdays is my plan at this point. So we'll see how that turns out.
My deliveries this cycle.
You have privileges I require.
I'm just a simple email script.
I know what you are, and I know what you'll become.
I just realized something.
What is your function?
I serve Lord, my master user.
Okay, so I'm not going to be doing a ton of talking during the cutscenes just because I really want you guys to get the story of this
Jet,
game.
do you think your dad would mind if I had some of his popcorn?
That's an homage to the movie.
Sure, have all you want.
Because Alan always said popcorn. There's a lot of things you won't get if you hadn't seen the first
I'm a
Tron.
little surprised you turned down the level 6.
My chair, I'm adjusting my chair.
Look, Dad, I know you're disappointed.
Damn right I'm disappointed. I pulled a lot of strings to get you that offer.
I'm happy making games. Life is short, Pop. I plan to enjoy it.
You sound like Flynn. Hold on, son. Mathria, run a security diagnostic.
Yes, Alan 1.
Results.
A virus has entered the system via email. Lab drives 1, 2, and 4 infected.
Jet, we'll have to continue this conversation later. This is a restricted area. You just can't come barging in here.
Dad?
Get your hands off me.
Dad, can you hear me?
Looking at myself, I'm not looking at the camera. I gotta stop looking here and looking
Mathria,
here.
where's my father?
Alan 2. I require immediate assistance.
Uh-oh, Jet.
What do you mean?
Contingency protocol activated.
Jet, hang on. Jet, move.
Laser activity.
Who would design it to do that?
Mathria, stop what you're doing.
Jet, you gotta move. Jet, get out of there. Dude, it's gonna happen. Oh no, Jet, dude, no! That's what happens. Whoops. Looks like Jet's gotten digitized. So. Okay, so during this intro here, I'm going to let you guys know the Let's Play that I'm doing for this game is going to be a lot less about me reacting to the game, as I have played this through countless times, and a lot more about there being an actual walkthrough that kind of gives somewhat of an analytical perspective of this game. So that's kind of my goal, you know, is to more or less talk about the story in this Let's Play. So if you think that's interesting, keep on watching. If not, keep on watching, because I think you'll find this interesting. This is a really well-written story. Like, the original Tron movie was great. I mean, in my opinion, you know, my humble opinion, the original Tron movie was great, but this was written so well, and as a video game, it flopped, which is so sad, because it was such a good game. But apparently it had terrible support from Buena Vista Interactive back in the day, and that's really what killed it. And then Joseph Kosinski came along and made Tron Legacy. Not that it's a bad movie, but I don't like how he declared this video game non-canon, even though Steven Lisberger, the original creator of Tron, hails this as the official sequel to the movie. Joseph Kosinski said that this is non-canon. I don't buy it. This is canon. I'm saying now, this is canon. As a fan, I am deciding that this is what actually happened.
What did you do?
So
you are a user.
Let's continue.
Fascinating.
So, okay, I have the Killer App mod for this game installed, which allows me to do a gold cheat, which gives everything. But I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I'll do like something like that later, where we just kind of play around in the game. But we're going to continue basic training.
Well, user.
so that you can get the version upgrade that you need to get.
As your tour guide to the world inside the computer, there are a few crucial functions you'll have to learn if you hope to survive the system. I'm sending you a help file. You can view help files at any time by pressing the number 8 key.
This is all going to be a bunch of instruction on how to play the game. So I'm going to kind of skip over that and just be like, the design of this game is very well done. Yeah, I know, Byte. Okay, but like the way that the graphics in this game were handled are done so well because it requires minimal graphics power, which was a big deal back then because this was 2003. But it requires like minimal graphics power, but it still looks like authentic. You know.
6 more subdirectories have been compromised. The corruption managed to slip past our scheduled scans. Obviously an inside job.
So there's corruption. That guy who said he was an email script, he is what got the corruption in the system. Thorn took him over and sent him as an email, and that's where it came from.
Tell me about player movement.
Okay, so about player movement, we're gonna come over here so that we can't hear him. So yeah, anyway, one thing I noticed, and we'll see this later in the game, is where Thorn was at the beginning is actually playable. You play that area later in the game. You actually go to that place. Okay, tell me about my status display. Okay, the HUD. So anyway, but yeah, it's crazy. I just realized that like this time playing through, I did not even notice.
Tell me about.
So yeah, tell me about whatever. But yeah, I didn't even notice. Oh, hang on, I gotta quick go to the options here. Game. Subtitles on, always run, yeah, because that's good for this game. Oops, I forgot, that's right. I've got the killer app mod installed, which sort of affects the, enable screen glow. There we go. Now, there we are. Whew! Brighter in here, isn't it? We might turn that off later, because it kind of gets, okay. It sort of gets in the way of actually being able to play the game later on, which is really sad because it's awesome. But, okay, so wow, the text is all out of whack here. I'm gonna have to see if I can fix that later on. Anyway, so initial set of build points, we're going to distribute. Wait, oh, okay, there we go. Most of it to the energy, some of it to the health. Because health and energy are what you want to get improved before anything else. Those will be the most important. I talk like I'm a pro. You learned about build points and completed your first task. Thank you. Great. So we're going to come in here and find out that the IO node cannot be accessed. Tell me about IO nodes, or basically how programs communicate, and then you got to talk to... So anyway, this whole episode is just going to be... This whole first 2 episodes probably is just going to be intro stuff before we start getting into the actual game. So...
indicate what permissions are missing. To activate an object such as this IO node, face the object and press the action key.
Right.
I believe that's it.
So I'm actually currently working on a super video that talks about this whole game. Yeah, I'd say it in a good light. I mean, I do bring up the game's shortcomings. So even though I'm maybe biased, I still bring up the things that I know are not I still bring up even though I'm totally biased towards this game, I love it so much. I still bring up, the shortcomings of what makes it good, what makes it bad. So I'm working on this huge video. It's not probably going to be out till the end of the summer, if even then. I have the whole thing scripted. I just have to go through, do the audio, do the footage, all that stuff. It's going to take a long time to get it completely done. But yeah.
I've got it here somewhere. Here you go.
Okay, so we got this first permission so that we can get in here and get the other permission.
Select the corresponding number on your keyboard.
We're downloading, and boom, here we go. Oh. Okay, follow you. I already know what I'm doing, but... Okay.
Must obtain your disc before proceeding.
What do I need a disc for?
Yeah, what do I need a disc for?
Node deactivated.
Oh, that's it. This should be a primary weapon. What? You didn't tell me I was gonna have to come in here and fight people? But you know what? I guess that's what we have to do.
Handling a disc is tricky.
Okay, so combat tutorial.
Quick combat tutorial. Follow me.
And then you have to take the combat tutorial because that unlocks the rest of the game here to happen.
Maria has prepared a practice arena for you.
Okay, yeah, and then you gotta get the bit.
Is on the other side of this force.
You gotta get the bit going here. I'm gonna skip the instructions on that. Actually, maybe I don't want to skip it. Because if you skip stuff in this game, you could miss, Oh, looks like he's already, look, he's so sad.
Tell me about binary bits.
Yeah, tell me about binary
Binary
bits.
bits are simple on and off switches. To activate an object such as this binary bit, face the object and press the action key.
Now activate
Dang
the
it.
bit to lower the force field.
I didn't get any XP for that, or version points as it is. Okay, so now it's gonna load. I'm gonna do this. Quick save, gonna pause real quick. See you guys in the next episode.